Yeah,
Mayor Jacobs.
I'm here.
Committeeman Hickey.
Here.
Mr. Carlini is not. Mr. Rodelius.
Present.
Mr. Leonard.
Here.
Mr. DiGiovanni.
Here.
Ms. Orvana.
Here.
Mr. Walter.
Here.
Mr. First.
Here.
Ms. Christie.
Here.
Chairwoman Dunn.
Here.
Adequate notice of this meeting of the Bedminster Township Rules was followed by the Township Clerk, sent to the Burnsville News and the Courier News and to all subscribers, and posted at the Township Municipal Building, 1 Miller Lane, Bedminster, New Jersey, on January 6, 2022.
Please stand. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Well, I'm glad to see everybody here tonight. Gang is all back. It's been a long time since we've all been together. I'll open it up to the public if there's anything the public would like to talk about that's not on the agenda. Do we have anyone online there?
I
Janine?
don't know, there's about 4 people. Is anyone that's online not here with the applicant? I have Harvey, Nicole, and Mike. I believe you're all with the applicant.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay, so we
There's
can...
no public.
So we can close it to the public, okay? We have minutes from March 3rd. We need a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes for March 3rd.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Is there anyone that needs to,
George was not here.
Yeah, I can't vote.
okay? Otherwise, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, minutes are approved. We have the minutes from March 10th. Again, we need a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Anyone?
That
Not
was
here?
Larry, Cullen, or Stephen.
Okay, yes, okay.
Aye.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, minutes are approved. We have 3 resolutions that need approval. We have Lamington River Farms, which is known as Fiddler's Elbow. If you've looked at that, we need to approve the resolution. Do I hear a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Roll call, please, Janine.
Mayor Jacobs. You guys
That
were
was.
No, not,
Fiddlers.
oh, Fiddlers?
Fiddlers.
Aye.
Committeeman Hickey.
Aye.
Mr. Travelini is not here. George, you were not here for that one. Mr. Leonard?
Aye.
Mr. DiGiovanni?
Aye.
Ms. Orvana?
I'm going to abstain.
Mr. Walter?
Aye.
Mr. First?
Aye.
Ms. Christie?
Aye.
Chairwoman Gotcha.
Aye. Resolution is approved. We have Pottersville Fire Company. Again, we need a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second. Oop, I'm out. You can give it to Lou, I don't care. Yeah.
Okay, roll call, please, Ginny.
Mr. Travelini is not here. Mr. Rodelius?
I don't think I was here.
I'm sorry, you were, no, Pottersville, you were not. Larry, Colin, George, sorry. Mr. Leonard?
Aye.
Mr. DiGiovanni?
Aye.
Ms. Orvana?
I'm going to abstain.
Mr. Walter?
Aye.
Mr. First?
Aye.
Ms. Christie?
Aye.
Chairwoman Gotcha.
Aye. Resolution is approved. And our third resolution is PPAC Gladstone Bank. We need a motion to approve.
So moved. Okay. Another tie.
Tie.
George. Second. Motion by me, second by George.
Okay, we need a roll call.
Larry, no Colin, Mr. Rodelius?
Aye.
Mr. Leonard?
Aye.
Mr. DiGiovanni?
Aye.
Ms. Orvana?
Aye.
Mr. Walter?
Aye.
Ms. Christie?
Aye.
Chairwoman Gotcha.
Aye. Resolution is approved. All right, we can go right into our hearing, and this is Siegelman Estate. The attorney, is he ready to go?
Yes, you just have to unmute yourself.
There we go. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Harvey Gilbert. I'm appearing on behalf of the estate of Barbara Siegelman in connection with our request for your consideration and approval of a minor subdivision. I have two witnesses this evening, Nicole Garvey, who is an executrix of the estate, and Michael Lenzafama, who has prepared the survey map and is prepared to discuss aspects of it and answer any questions you have regarding this application.
Thank you, Harvey. I'll swear in Nicole and Mike. Nicole and Mike, please raise your right hands. You swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. You have to turn on your mics, and you have to say affirmatively.
I do. Sorry, Mr. Collins.
No problem. And Nicole?
I do.
And now please state your names and addresses. A business address is sufficient.
My name is Nicole Garvey. My address is 100 Durand Road, Maplewood, New Jersey, 07040.
My name is Michael Lanzafama. That's Lanzafama. I'm a licensed professional engineer, land surveyor, and planner with the firm of Casey and Keller Incorporated, 258 Main Street, Millburn, New Jersey, 07041.
Thank you, Nicole and Mike. And Mike, the board may not know your qualifications, so if Harvey and you want to just quickly go through those, then we could review them and confirm qualifications.
I'll be happy to. As I said, I'm with the firm of Casey and Keller Incorporated in Millburn, New Jersey. I'm a principal with the firm. I've been licensed as a professional engineer and land surveyor since 1984 and as a professional planner since 1985. I hold a Bachelor of Science degree in Civil and Environmental Engineering from New Jersey Institute of Technology. I've testified in similar matters throughout the state for probably more than 40 years now.
You seem more than qualified, Mike. Thank you very much. And the board will accept your qualifications as a professional engineer, a licensed land surveyor, and a professional planner. And please go ahead.
Thank you very much.
Before Mr. Lanzafama testifies, I would like to have Ms. Garvey just introduce the application generally and then ask Mr. Lanzafama to flesh it out. Is that acceptable?
Yes.
Thank you. Ms. Garvey, would you please tell the board what your relationship to this piece of property is?
Yes, so I am the owner by way of inheritance from my grandmother's estate of the property, and we are looking to complete a sale to the neighbor of the backfield of the property, and so have been working with Harvey and Mike to look to apply for approval to do so.
And you have entered into a contract with the neighbor, which is conditioned on the board's approval. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. Exactly.
And you're not looking to sell your entire parcel to the next door neighbor. You're looking only to sell this piece, which is approximately 13 acres adjacent to their property and yours. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Thank you very much. Mr. Lanzafama, I turn to you and ask you to review the parcel and its technical characteristics so that the board appreciates what we are approaching and what we are looking for approval. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Madam Chair, do I have permission to share my screen?
Yes, please. Mhm.
What you see on my screen currently is the subdivision plat that was submitted to the board for consideration. The property in question consists of two parcels, lot 2.01 in block 40, which is what I'm outlining with my cursor, and lot 7 in block 40. They are both located in the R10 rural residential zone, which requires a minimum of 10 acres. Excuse me. Lot 2.01 is a 38.889 acre parcel, which includes a back parcel of just over 13 acres, which is basically an open field that is immediately to the north of Lot 7. Lot 7 is a 40.956 acre parcel. Both parcels are improved with single-family residence, a variety of outbuildings consisting of barns and sheds. There are pools and other amenities on the property as well as access driveways. The proposal this evening is basically to eliminate the common boundary that currently exists at the southern end of lot 2.01 and introduce a new subdivision line, which is basically the extension of the upper portion of lot 2.01, and then convey the exactly 13.035 acres to the southern parcel. And what that does, it increases lot 7 to 53.991 acres and reduces lot 2.01 to 25.854 acres, which is well in excess of the minimum land area required for the zone. In Mr. Banish's review memo of March 30th, 2022, he had asked that we provide some information to the board with regard to building setbacks and lot and building coverage numbers, or FAR numbers. So what I've done is prepared an exhibit, which is actually from your application form. I think it's attachment 11, which indicates a zoning schedule. This is for lot 2.01. Since this was not submitted with the application, would you like to mark this as A1, Mr. Collins?
Yes, that'll be A1. Thank you.
A1 is the zoning schedule for lot 2.01. And what that gives us is a breakdown of the existing and proposed condition. And you can see that all the principal structures on lot 2.01 meet or exceed substantially the required side yard, front yard, and rear yard setback, and the subdivision results in no change to those setbacks. In addition, the accessory structure setback requirement is 50 feet, and you can see here as well, all are still compliant. There'll be no change as a result. The lot coverage, just by way of the reduction in overall land area, increases from 2.57% to 3.86%, which is still below the 5% permitted by the ordinance. An 8% FAR is permitted. Currently, we're at 3.35%. That would increase to 0.53% as a result of the reduction in land area. Moving on to lot 7, which we would mark this as A2, is the schedule of zoning for lot 7 in block 40. And what you can see here with regard to the principal buildings, again, there's no change. They're well in excess of the minimum setback requirements. I would like to point out the fact that, and I'll go back to the subdivision map and zero in on this area, because one of the accessory structures was actually slightly encroaching into that field. And as a result of the subdivision, that existing nonconformity will be eliminated. So let me just jump back to the subdivision plat and zero in on the area that we're talking about. And you could see the barn the barn, this is the existing lot line to be eliminated. This barn was actually slightly encroaching onto the adjoining property. So once this lot line is eliminated, that nonconformity would go away. And that's what you see here. The minus 1.1 was the encroachment. At post subdivision, it would be over 600 feet, which would make it compliant. As to lot coverage, by way of increased land area, the percent coverage goes down from 2.82% to 2.14%, where 5% is permitted. Again, 8% on the FAR. We're going from 0.28, excuse me, to 0.21. So as you can see, from the schedules of zoning, that we are actually improving the situation with regard to the 2 lots and eliminating an existing non-conforming condition. So this 13.035 acre parcel being conveyed to lot 7 eliminates an existing non-conforming condition that has long existed at the property. So I don't see any issues with regard to, from a planning perspective, with regard to the land transfer. There's no impact on any zone plan or the neighbors. This is simply a land transfer between 2 property owners. I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
The board, does anyone have any questions for either of these witnesses?
So I have a question for Tom. Because the applicant doesn't own lot 7, what happens if we approve the subdivision plan and the sale doesn't go through? Now you have a parcel of land that's owned by somebody who doesn't own the lot? Does that make sense?
Oh, sure. Well, yes, good question. What happens is this subdivision, or in any subdivision involving a minor subdivision, requires the approval of the resolution and the approval of the deeds. And the only way the deeds can be transferred is in accordance with the subdivision. And so when Paul and I review the deeds, we make sure that the deed is going from lot 7, or I'm sorry, to lot 7 from lot 2, and that's the only way that it can actually transfer. So it must be merged. Now, theoretically, it's possible their transfer won't go through, in which case it would not be recordable. It would not be. Okay.
Okay, thanks.
And there's about 186 days, 190 days from the date that the resolution is adopted for the applicant to take care of the transactions that make sure the deeds transfer. That can be extended by the board by a reapproval if needed.
Anyone else on the board have any questions for either of the witnesses? I don't think so.
Madam Chairman, I just did want to make one comment because
Yes,
the board
please.
has traditionally in the past required, even of minor subdivisions, that the subdivisions be recorded with a file map.
Okay.
I think it's appropriately waived in this case, and it can be filed by deed. As Tom said, he and I need to review the deeds, and I don't think there'll be any problem with that, but I do think it's okay to have this recorded by deed rather than map.
I understand, yeah, okay. All right. Anything else, Paul? Okay. Anything else, Joanna, that you might have?
No, I think that's, this is fairly simple one. And, I just had some concerns with one of the barns, looked like it might be in a setback area. So now would be the time to capture that. But it just is just shy of the setback. So I think they're good.
Okay. Well, then I think, Tom, we're ready for a decision.
Madam Chairman, we should just do one check, open to the public, even
To
though.
the public, okay. We'll check again.
There is no public, sorry.
I'm not.
It's opened and closed. So we're ready for a motion, and the motion is to approve the minor subdivision with the standard conditions, Paul and Frank's reports, one of those standard conditions, the preparation, in this case, of deeds of minor subdivision, rather than a plat of this minor subdivision, even though we normally require a plat. And those deeds of minor subdivision will be subject to the approval of the board attorney and the township engineer. And that's our motion. Is there such a motion?
From the board, anyone make a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the minor subdivision.
Second.
Okay, we need a roll call.
Mr.
Janine?
Jacobs?
Aye.
Committeeman Hickey?
Aye.
Mr. Cavallini?
Aye.
Mr. Rodelius?
Aye.
Mr. Leonard?
Aye.
Mr. DeGiovanni?
Aye.
Ms. Urbana?
Aye.
Mr. Walter?
Aye.
Mr. First?
Aye.
Ms. Christie? Aye. Chairwoman Gotcha.
Aye. Subdivision is approved.
Thank you.
Thank you and good luck.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, I'll open it up to the board. Any the board have anything they would like to comment on or talk about?
Good night, Nicole. Gets a little crowded in here when we all show up.
I
It looks very official, though.
know. It does. It was-
Impressive for this minor
It was,
subdivision.
it's a little bleak there for a while. All right, not seeing anything? No? 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 Yeah, absolutely, Paul? Yeah, Paul, yes.
Today, you should have gotten completeness review memos on a couple of applications.
Oh, yes, I
One
did.
is for 405 Main Street,
Yes.
which is for a detached garage. That will be Board of Adjustment application because it's an amendment of the Board of Adjustment approved site plan. Subject to, and we can deal with this on the night of the hearing, it can be deemed complete as long as they get their Historic Preservation Commission certificate in.
Okay,
And the other one is for a lot coverage variance. It's the Goldman application. That will be, that's again, a Board of Adjustment, but everybody can participate in that one. And then also we have one that I haven't looked at yet because it's somewhere in the post office for the Shell station on the corner of Lamington Road.
okay, okay.
And Janine has something.
Yes,
And 20 Route 206 just emailed today to say, Alfieri, that they would like to postpone. Thank goodness they're not coming next week. Because they never responded to July 15th. I'm sorry, July 14th.
They're extending through that.
okay.
Extending to the 15th, but they want to be heard on the 14th. We'll see with that.
So do we have an application for next week, or?
No.
We do not. That's what I thought, okay. All right, so we have a vacation, and we'll be able to come back in May. Can't believe it.
And what I'll do is I'll work with Janine on getting what we need out to 405 Main and Goldman to get them set up.
For May. Good, okay. Sounds good. So we need a motion to
I'll make the motion to adjourn.
adjourn.
Second.
Second? All right. It's just good to see everybody here. That's all I can say. All right.
It's a fast week.
Yes.
Everybody.
Okay, say goodnight. What a lousy day. Wasn't this awful?
Oh, yeah.
Dreadful.
At least there weren't any
Heavy rain.
twisters.
Because they were making a submission